Hi, John Fleming. Hi, mate. It's Ozzy Villain. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How's the arm? Good, mate. Good. Now, listen, the reason I'm calling is, let's be honest, you've struggled a little bit lately, haven't you? And as you are aware, I'm sure Blake Snell is now back from injury. So what I'm going to do, I think, mate, is just send you back down to AAA for a little while, let you get your form back, and you can be back to your fighting best. Oh, come on, Flem. Please don't cry. You're still a big part of my plans going forward. Look, mate, I know you're Canadian, but you really don't have to apologise. Hi guys, I'm Ozzy Villain. Welcome to Season 4, Episode 8 of the Toronto Blue Jays, and today we're going to be playing the Houston Astros. It's basically first versus second of the American League, and well, it's going to be a big test to see exactly where we stand in relation to the team that we've beaten, I believe, in the last 2 years for the ALCS, in the ALCS anyway. So it's going to be huge. The other huge news is that Blake Snell is back fit. You can see he pitched yesterday's game. Was it yesterday's or 2 days ago anyway? So he's back, he's fit, he's firing, which is wonderful to see. And so the Blue Jays, to be honest, we're doing really well. You can see that we're still we're playing over 600 now. The Baltimore Orioles are just becoming a small problem for us, but nothing we can't handle. You can see Vlad Jr. already with 100 RBIs this season. We are in August 31st, so almost September. He missed 7 weeks, and he has put up season numbers, a season before the end, a month before the end of the season, having effectively missed 2 months as well. He is having, it's got to be one of the best seasons in the history of baseball, honestly. Absolutely ridiculous stuff from Vlad. Love to see it. Now, as you just saw, in order to make place for Snell in the lineup, we've had to drop Fleming back down into AAA. He'll be back. But he's just struggling a little bit, so we've sent him down to just try and get a little bit of form back. Now, let's have a quick look at the schedule and see exactly how we've got to where we got to here. Now, we left off against the A's. We did win the the final game of that series, so that was good to see. We played the Yankees then. We won the first game. The second game here was not a day to be a pitcher, that's for sure. It was 11-12 we won in the 11th. It was a 2-run Peraza home run that won it for us. If we look at our pitching, it was Fleming, 1.2 innings, 7 earned runs. Now that's the sort of the worst end of his recent form. But it's far from being sort of an anomaly. He's struggled a little bit, so that's why we sent him down. We did lose game 3 of the series, but that's fine. We can give him 1. Then we played the Mariners. We swept the Mariners, which was wonderful. And game 2 here of this series, we won, which was brilliant. But look at the pitching. Both pitchers had a complete game. But what's his name? Anthony Kay. Anthony Kay. 9 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, and 1 walk. What a performance that is from him. And that 1 hit, of course, was a home run. So it's a bit of a shame anyway, it's a really good performance from Anthony Kay in that one. That brings us to the series against Indianapolis. We won, we swept them. Game 3 here of the series. We had lost it in the 9th. Well, not lost it, but we'd let them level in the 9th. And then it was a Khalil Lee 2-run walk-off home run in the 13th that got us across the line in that one. So wonderful stuff to then go and sweep the Indy Mavericks. Had a day off and we went to Detroit. No, didn't. Detroit came to us. Game 1 here. It was Kay brilliant yet again in this one. Again, this is another reason why we sent Fleming down, because Kay is undroppable at the moment. 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run in this one, and Reyes back fit as well, closing out the game for us. Not the most convincing, gave up a run, but still we got there, so that's the main thing. And then game 2 of the series against the Tigers, which we lost. We lost it in the 9th. 2 runs given up in the 9th, and on this occasion, it was Reyes not getting the job done for us. But, overall, I think he's doing a little bit better than what Junior Fernandez was in that particular role. That brings us to the series against Minneapolis. Minnesota. Minneapolis is the city, isn't it? Game 1 we won. Game 2 we lost, and this was one of the final straws for Fleming. But to be honest, he did okay until he didn't do okay anymore. You can see they got 2 in the 6th, 5 in the 8th, and he was still there in the 8th. He went 7.9 innings in the end, 7 earned runs, but we saw they all came late on, so maybe there's an argument to say he was left on a little bit too long in this one, and perhaps that is the reason that he sort of gave up so many runs in that one. But that was sort of the end for him. Then we come to the Boston series. We won all 3 games. We swept the Boston Red Sox. Game 3 here, we had a Grosjean Grand Slam, which is wonderful to see. I believe that's a first career Grand Slam for him there in the 4th, where we got 7 of our 8 runs. But yeah, just it's good to see the youngster back in the team. So he's only hit at the game, but if you're going to hit them, make him count. So that was wonderful to see. That brings us then to the Baltimore Orioles. Not great. Not great. We lost all 3 of that series, and given that they're second in the division, not ideal. Not ideal. Then we played the White Sox. We won game 1 of this one, which was great. Then we lost the next 2, and the White Sox aren't a particularly good team. And at this point, I'm starting to panic a little bit, given where the Orioles are. But we've rebounded very well against the Houston Astros. We've won the first 2 games of this series. In game 1 of this series, this is where Vlad hit his 100th RBI for the season. 30 home runs as well. I cannot believe the season he's having. It is unbelievable. He's putting up these numbers so early, having missed 7 weeks with that was it a fractured finger, whatever he did to himself. And then game 2, we managed to win as well. So a quick look at the expanded standings here, and we will see that, as I said, we are top of the division, and we're playing today the Houston Astros, and they are the second best. Well, sorry, they are the best team in the AL. We are the second best team. If we look over here at the National League, the Braves, the Cardinals, and the Dodgers are all still above 600 as well. So there's sort of, I think, 5 really strong teams this season. Luckily, we are one of them. But look at Vlad. He's already up there in batting war. Look at, he's 10 RBIs away, 12 RBIs away from leading the league despite missing 7 weeks. He is absolutely just tearing this league to pieces. All right, let's go and have a look at... we'll go and have a quick look at the player stats here so you can check on in those for the season so far. There's the pitching side of things. It's going to be Pearson on the mound for us today. You can see he's on a hot streak, which is wonderful. So that's great news. And we still kept Luciano and Svitzler are still in the team and still doing a pretty good job, to be honest. So I'm pleased with them. And the hitting side of things, Vlad Jr., he has 426 plate appearances. I think he needs 501 to have this season sort of count in the records. So he should get to that. And he's still batting 406, which is absolutely phenomenal. All right, let's go and check these lineups. So it's Khalil Lee leading us off in right field. Bo Bichette bats second at shortstop. Vlad Jr. bats third at first base. It is William McQuaid cleaning up at second base. Rowdy Tellez is at a hitter. He bats 5. Jordan Groshans at third base bats 6. Matt Beatty in left field. He bats 7. Reese McGuire going through a bit of a slump. He bats 8. He's the catcher. Hamilton in a slump bats 9. He's in center field. Pearson takes the mound for us. And we're up against a familiar name, Chase Anderson, who of course we had in season 1 of our stay at the Blue Jays. He was not a particularly good pitcher for us on that occasion. He's not a particularly good pitcher now. ERA this season over 6, a whip of just under 1.5, an ERA plus of 79, a negative WAR. He is not the best pitcher that the Astros have available to him. Let's hope we punish him. And here we are in Houston, ready to go for game 3 of this series. It's Khalil Lee to lead us off, looking to sweep the Astros, which would be a wonderful thing given where they are in the league. Khalil Lee batting just a touch under 300 for the season now. He's just starting to pick his form back up a little bit. And let's see if we can make Chase Anderson regret ever having played for the Blue Jays. Alright, so it's a strikeout to start things off, not the greatest start. Bo Bichette, 239 he's batting this year. Not his best season for us, but he's got a walk there. So we'll take that. Wonderful stuff. And in comes the man himself, Vlad Jr., batting 406 this season. A first pitch action as Bo looks to take a steal at second. He does. That is steal number 46 now this season for Bo. And let's see if Vlad can drive in a run here. He has popped it up. And on this occasion, Vlad has not got the job done. And Bo will stay at second. That's 2 away. In comes William McQuaid, batting 253 this season, but 28 home runs. Is Bo going to try and steal third? He's not. And is William McQuaid going to beat that out? He is not. And that'll do it for the first. Couldn't take advantage of the Bichette walk, and it is Pearson striding out to face Kyle Tucker, who is batting 266 this season. 1-0 is the count. Let's see what Pearson can do with him. That should be fielded into the shift. Bichette has it over to Vlad, and that'll do it. 1 away. Only 2 pitches thrown as well. Wonderful stuff. In comes Jose Altuve, batting 265 this season. First pitch swing. That is popped up. Pearson's got 2 outs on 3 pitches. Loving this. Loving this. And let's see what Jordan Alvarez can do. He's batting .313 this season. 1 and 2 is the count. Can Pearson sit him down? Of course he can. Of course he can. A wonderful first innings from Nate Pearson. We are scoreless through 1. And it's Rowdy Tellez to face Anderson. Tellez batting .283 this season. Another first pitch swing. Tellez pops that up, and that'll be caught out there in center field. And there it is, 1 away. I think it's a Kyle Tucker out there for them. No, Jerry Springer. It is Jordan Groshans coming in now, batting .244. Not a bad first season for this guy. 0-2 is the count, and Groshans has struck out. That's 2 away. And that's going to bring in Matt Beattie, who is batting .269 so far this year. 2-1 is the count. 2 out, nobody on. Come on, Matty Beattie. He has got it back up the middle. That'll be the first hit of the ball game. And Matt Beattie stands at first with a 2-out single. And it's Reese McGuire now. In a slump, batting .250 this season. And he has grounded it to second base. And I don't think that's going to get the job done. No, it's not. That'll end the top of the second. Just the 1 hit, but no runs. And Pearson comes out to face Bregman, who's batting .277 this season. Another first pitch swing. That's been pumped into center field, and that will be a leadoff single for the Astros. In comes Jerry Springer in a hot streak, batting .232 this season. 1-2 is the count, and that could be a double play. There's 1, there is 2, and that is wonderful stuff from the Blue Jays. Bichette, McQuaid, Vlad. And that is bases emptied for Didi Gregorius, who is batting .280 this season. Another first pitch swing. That is popped up. Khalil Lee is there. That should end the innings. Nate Pearson is doing a wonderful job tempting him in with the early pitches, isn't he? His pitch count is way down through 2 innings. And it's Billy Hamilton to lead us off against Chase Anderson. Billy Hamilton batting .241 this season. A first pitch swing from Billy. He has got it into center field. Nice one, Billy. Alright, and we know he's rapid on the bases. A big threat of stealing. And it's Khalil Lee who's 0 for 1 today at the plate. First pitch. There goes Hamilton. Is he going to get there? Oh, he's so quick, isn't he? He's so quick. He could stop, have a cup of tea halfway, I think. 48 stolen bases now this season for Hamilton. Look at our stolen bases numbers. Hamilton 48, Khalil Lee 56, and Bichette 46. We are the thieves, aren't we? Absolute thieves. Alright, here we go with Khalil Lee. That is a full count. It's over center field. It's going to get into the outfield. And is that going to score Hamilton? No, he stays at third. But no one out. Runners at the corners for Bo Bichette, who got a walk last time up. Bo this time. Bo has got it through. That'll score 1. Khalil Lee will stay at second. We do take the lead on the Bichette RBI single. And in comes the man, the myth, the legend. It's Vlad Jr. 0 for 1 today. What can he do? Full count, and he has got it into right field. And is that going to score Khalil Lee? No, it is not. But it does load the bases. And it's William McQuaid coming up with a chance of a grand slam. He is 0 for 1 today. 1-0 is the count. Oh, he's hit to double play, has he? He has. A run crosses the plate. He will get no credit for that. But it does double the lead. And it's Rowdy Tellez now coming in, who is 0 for 1 today. 1-2 is the count. Come on, Rowdy. No, he watches strike 3. That could have been a lot better for us. But 2 runs in the third. And let's see what Pearson can do as he faces Diaz, who is batting .283 this season. 1-2 is the count. Come on, Nate. Have him, mate. Have him. He does. Excellent stuff. That is 1 away. Only 19 pitches thrown for Pearson. This is wonderful. Travis Shaw comes in. Did we have him? We had him at one point, didn't we? Did we have Travis Shaw? Why do I recognize that name? Seattle? Toronto. There we go. We did have Travis Shaw for a season. First base, wasn't he? Yeah. Alright, so let's hope he cannot come back and haunt us. 1-2 is the count. Have him, Nate. Oh, it's a wonderful pitch. 2 away. Another strikeout for Pearson. And it's Yasmani Grandal batting .178 this season. 1-1 is the count. That is down the first base line, past Vlad, into right field. That will be at least a double, I would imagine. Khalil Lee gets the throw in, slides into second, and that is a 2-out double for their catcher. So let's hope that doesn't come back to haunt us. It's Kyle Tucker back up. He's 0 for 1 today. 2-2 is the count. 2 out, runner at second. And there's another strikeout for Nate. That will do it for the innings. And we still have that 2-run lead. Jordan Groshans will lead us off. He's 0 for 1 today. What can he do? Groshans looks to lay down a bunt. It's not a particularly bad one. Is he going to beat it? No, he's not. Just too slow out of the batter's box, wasn't he? And that is 1 away. Matt Beattie now, who is 1 for 1 today. What can he do with the 1-0 pitch? He can... The less said about that, the better. And that is 2 away. It brings up Reese Maguire, 0 for 1. Come on, Reese boy. First pitch swing. Maguire pumps it up into centre field. That'll be the end of the innings as it's caught out there. And that is the end of the top of the 4th. Still 2-0 up as Pearson comes out to face Altuve, who is 0 for 1 today. Another first pitch swing. That is ground ball there to Bo Bichette. It must be a game plan of theirs, surely, to swing early in the count at Pearson, but they're just keeping him in the game for longer and longer. Alvarez comes in now. He's 0 for 1 today. 0-2 is the count, and that is a ground ball into the shift. Groshans has it over to first, 2 away. And Alex Bregman now, who is 1 for 1 today. Full count. Come on, Nate. 2 out, no one on. That is 2 for 2 now for Bregman as he loops it up into centre field and stops at first for a 2-out single. In comes Jerry Springer, who's 0 for 1. 3-0 is the count. And Pearson, just for the first time this game, having a difficult moment. Walks Springer. Gregorius comes in. He is 0 for 1. 2 out, 2 on. 1-0 is the count. And that is popped up. Khalil Lee is there. That'll end the 4th. We get through that difficult moment and we go to the 5th, still with our 2-run lead. Billy Hamilton to lead us off. He's 1 for 1 today. What can Billy do? He can get it down the third base line and Billy Hamilton goes 2 for 2. This time it's a double. He's going to hit the cycle in order. That's what he's trying to do with that, isn't it? Wonderful stuff from Billy Hamilton. And let's see if we can drive in this run again. It's Khalil Lee who is 1 for 2 today. 2-2's the count. Khalil Lee strikes out. Watches strike 3 go past. And that brings in Bo Bichette, who is 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. First pitch swing. Hamilton's looking for third. Hamilton, I don't think he got there. He didn't get there. And that is now 2 away with no one on for Bo. Just close your eyes, have a swing, mate. See if you can clear a fence for me. 2-2's the count. And that's a ground ball to shortstop. And it seems silly trying to steal third when you only have 1 out. But anyway, especially with Vlad up after Bo as well. There's no need to do that. Anyway, it's Pearson to face Diaz. He is 0 for 1 today. Another first pitch swing. And this one is lined through the shift into centre field, and it's a leadoff single. And is Pearson just starting to fade ever so? It's only 40 pitches in, 49 pitches in. It's Travis Shaw back up. He's 0 for 1. 2-2's the count. And have some of that, Travis Shaw. Wow, what didn't obviously like each other when they were at the Jays together. 2 on, no one out, and again Pearson having a difficult moment for Grandel, who of course got a hit last time up. This time he has hit into a double play, has he? There's one. Can Bo turn it? He can. Wonderful stuff. Suddenly they're 2 down. There is still that runner at third though. So Kyle Tucker is a big out in this game. Come on, Nate. Let's sit him down. 0-2's the count, and have some of that. Far too good, Nate Pearson. That ends the 5th. Still we're 2-0 up, and it's Vlad to lead us off. 0-2 is the count. Come on, Vladdy boy. No, he swings through strike 3, and that is 1 away. In comes William McQuaid, who is 0 for 2 today. 1-1's the count. McQuaid pops it up. And that will be 2 away. Anderson's having a decent outing for him, isn't he? He's obviously decided he doesn't want to suck against his former team, and he's doing a decent job. Tellez, who's 0 for 2, he gets whacked. Now, of course, they would have been competing over first base at the time, wouldn't they? So, and we've had to take him out. Anderson, you absolute... That's not nice. Not nice. Grosjean, well, he wouldn't have been, but I guess Travis Shaw, who's his teammate, would have been competing with him. And there we go. Randall Grichuk comes into the game. And he sends it up the middle for a 2-out single. No, Grichuk, no, it's Grosjean that got the hit. Wait, head in the game, Aussie Villain, head in the game. Alright, it's Beattie now to the plate. 2 on, 2 out. Can Matt Beattie do something for us? 1-2 is the count, and Beattie strikes out, and that'll end the top of the 6th. Well, there we go. Out comes Pearson to face Altuve, who is 0 for 2 today. 0-1 is the count, and Pearson, well, apparently it's a hit fest now, but not the sort that the batters like. Altuve goes to first. Alvarez comes in. He's 0 for 2 today. 1-0 is the count, and that is going to get past McQuaid, who was, I think, checking the sports section there, and that is out at third? No, he's in there. So runners at the corners, no one out. This is now a very difficult moment for Pearson, and we can't say this hasn't been coming. In comes Bregman, who is 2 for 2. Probably the one Astro we don't want to see at the plate right now. And that is 3 for 3. And that is 2-1. They pull back a run. Runner stays at second. But with no one out, runners at first and second. Is that the end for Pearson? No, he stays in the game to face Springer, who is 0 for 1. 2-1's the count. That is popped up. Hamilton is there. Is he going to be able to keep the runner at second as well? No, he cannot. One away, runners at the corners. What we wouldn't give for a double play. A strikeout would be nice as well. Gregorius comes in. He's 0 for 2 to face Pearson. Full count. Massive, massive pitch. We do not want to load the bases. And he's done us a favour. He's cleared them. You just had the feeling Pearson had to leave this ball game, and now he's probably going to do it, but he's 4-2 down. A 3-run home run for Gregorius, 391 feet over right field. And Crab, I think you've let us all down there, mate. You had to take Pearson, and he's still in this game. Still in this game. What? Maybe our bullpen was tired, was it? Diaz comes in the bat now. 1-0 is the count. Still just the one out. And it's another hit, and bring Vlad on the pitch. He can do everything else. I just think Pearson's game is done here. And it is. It's Emiliano Vargas that now comes in to face Travis Shaw with one out, runner at first. 1-1's the count. Travis Shaw gets a base hit. That falls in front of Khalil Lee. And this is shaping up to be one of those innings we usually put on teams where it could be anything. It could be anything. Grandel, who's 1 for 2, comes in. 1 out, 2 on. And Grandel rips it to the fence. That's going to be at least a 5th run. Can Hamilton keep the runner at 3rd? And, oh, we get him at the plate. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Have some of that, Travis Shaw, you muppet. And, well, that is 2 away now. Runner at 2nd. The 5th run is scored, and Kyle Tucker now faces Vargas. 2-1's the count, and that is going to get through. And can Hamilton again stop a run from scoring here? I don't think he can. No, it is 6 runs this innings. It's 6-2 to the Astros. Hamilton's injured on the play. He comes out of the game, and we've already had Grishuk out, so it's Forrest Wall coming in to play center field. This is all going a little bit wrong in the 6th, isn't it? 2 out, no one on, no runner at 2nd. We've walked Altuve. And it is Alvarez coming up, and we probably don't want him. He's got 43 home runs already this season. 1-2 is the count. 2 out. And Vargas ends what has been a nightmare 6th innings. Our 2-0 lead has become a 6-2 deficit. Hamilton's out of the game. Maguire's at the plate. Anderson is still going. 0 for 2 is Maguire, and that's going to become 0 for 3 as he swing bunts it back to the catcher. 1 away. In comes Forrest Wall. He's batting 143 so far this season. Show us why you're a Major League player, mate. There we go. He's got a good piece of that. Unfortunately for him, though, straight to left field. And that's 2 away. In comes Khalil Lee, who is 1 for 3. 0-1's the count. 2 out, no one on. Khalil Lee pops it up. And that'll do it for the 7th. We stretch, and it's suddenly all gone very, very wrong, hasn't it? Vargas to continue to Bregman, who is 3 for 3 today. Absolutely destroying the Blue Jays pitching. First pitch swing, that's the ground ball to Groshans. He has it over to first, and that's 1 away. It's Springer now, who's 0 for 2. 2-1 is the count. That's popped up. Hamilton should have that for breakfast. And that is 2 away. No, it's not Hamilton, it's Wall, isn't it? Well done, Forrest Wall. All right. Gregorius, who hit that 3-run home run last innings. How's he up to bat again already? Full count, 2 out, and that is a walk. In comes Diaz now, who is 2 for 3 to face Vargas. Another first pitch swing. And that is popped up. McQuaid is there, and that'll end at the 7th. But work to do. We have 2 innings to find at least 4 runs here. Bichette to face Anderson. Bichette is 1 for 2 today. Has a walk as well in there. 0-1's the count. Bo Bichette again pops it up. Again, it's caught out there in the outfield, right field this time, and that is 1 away. In comes Vlad Jr., 1 for 3 today. Can he try and get something going for us here? 1-2 is the count. And Vlad Jr., have some of that. That is huge. Will he even be able to measure that? That is absolutely belted by Vlad Jr., 458 feet over left center fence, and that was a tracer bullet, wasn't it? Straight out of the stadium. It's 6-3. Vlad Jr. has a 101st RBI, a 31st home run, and it's McQuaid now to face Blake Taylor. He is 0 for 3 is McQuaid. Doesn't do the best first left-handed pitching either. It's a full count. Can McQuaid get himself on base? No, he cannot. And that is 2 away. And it's Randall Grieshuk into the game as designated hitter. Oh yeah, because Tellez went out, didn't he? So let's see what Randall can do. Batting 181 this year. 0-2 is the count. That means a strikeout for Randall. There it is. We pull one back, but still a lot of work to do here. Travis Shaw comes in to face Vargas. Shaw is 1 for 2 today. He got hit as well, of course, didn't he, by Pearson. 1-1's the count. That is a ground ball. He got a good jump out of the batter's box, and we can't make the play. Infield hit for Travis Shaw. It's Grandel, who is 2 for 3, coming in to face Vargas. 3-0's the count. That's 2 on with no one out. And just as we give ourselves the slightest chance, is that about to go away? Jack Patterson comes in now for us. ERA this season of 5.20. He's been a little bit disappointing, I've got to be honest. Not quite working out. He's possibly one to be off. Kyle Tucker's 1 for 4 today. Make that 2 for 5. And that might undo the Vlad home run. No. Runner stays at third, but we have loaded bases with no one out. This has not been a good day for the Blue Jays pitchers, has it? Patterson now to face Altuve. Full count. This needs to be a strikeout. It's not. It's ripped into left field, and that's going to just about clear the bases for them. It's a 2 RBI double, and it's 8-3, and that'll do it, won't it? We just completely lost momentum. Pearson had to leave the game in the 6th. Despite the fact his pitch count was down, well, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I just had the feeling he was fading. And now it's just a procession of hits against us. That's going to score 2 more. It's 10-3. When was I don't remember the last time we took a beating like this on YouTube. We have just been, the late innings have been thoroughly outplayed. Patterson now to continue to Bregman, who is 3 for 4. Another first pitch swing. They've been, it's not a first pitch swing. Gets away from Maguire. And that gets the runner over to third. 3 for 4 today. And he's just drawn a walk as well. Patterson to face Jerry Springer, who's 0 for 3 today. 2-2's the count. And that could be a double play. There's 1, there's 2. It drives another run across. It's 11-3. And let's see if we can get Gregorius out to end this nightmare. He's 1 for 3 today. Full count, 2 outs. And that is popped up. Khalil Lee should have that. And yeah, well, that went a little bit wrong as well, didn't it? 5 runs in the 8th. It's 11-3. And it's going to be the mother of all innings here to be able to get anything from this. Grosjean's to leave us off. He's 1 for 3 today. 2-2's the count. He grounds at the second base, and that will be 1 away. It's all a little bit deflating, isn't it? Beatty, who's 1 for 3. 2-1's the count. Beatty gets a piece of it. He's popped it up, though. It's not going to leave. Left field is there. Makes the catch just near the track. And that is 2 away. And it's going to be Reese Maguire to be the final out, I would suspect. He's 0 for 3 today. Not looked particularly good. And he's popped that up. And that is not a good performance from our Blue Jays. So it looks like some good news and bad news on the injury front. I always forget to update you on injuries when it happens in-game. Just a bruised thumb for Tellez, so he'll be fine. Billy Hamilton, though, we need to wait and find out what's wrong with him. That would be a very big loss for us because we don't really have another centre fielder ready to come in. We could bring Baez in, who is essentially sort of the guy we've brought in for next season. So it might be a case of just calling him up now and seeing how he goes. But he's only batting 186 in AAA this season, so yeah, that could be problematic if that Hamilton injury is something we have to worry about. But guys, that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. I don't know why you would have enjoyed that, but just in case. And we will be back next time for, I think what we'll do is we'll come back when we have a chance to clinch the division. It's 15 games away right now, so that is going to be sort of around Cleveland, LA, I would imagine, somewhere in this vicinity. So when we have a chance to win the division, that's when we'll come back. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie Villain. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.